On today's episode of the Batt Signal, the Battalion is recognized for multiple awards during MediaFest 22. Early voting numbers are down from past elections. Ben Shapiro visits A&M and speaks at Rudder. Flu and COVID-19 shots available around campus. Howdy, Ags and recovering 2%ers. I'm Kenzie Finch, and welcome to, you guessed it, another episode of the Batt Signal. I hope everyone is enjoying the shift in weather and finally getting to cool down a bit. So today I have my amazing editor-in-chief, Michaela Rush, with me today to talk about some of the Battalion Awards given during the MediaFest 2022 in Washington, D.C. Hi, Michaela.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So super exciting MediaFest this year for the Battalion. Can you tell me a little bit about what it was like just being there in D.C. and getting to be at MediaFest?
Yeah, MediaFest this year was a collaboration between the Associated Collegiate Press, the College Media Association, and the Society for Professional Journalists. So because of that, we had a lot of great exhibitors in the halls. So, every kind of grad school or business that supports student journalism, a lot of great sessions, just how to workshop things, like everything from how to improve your newsletter to how to set a good budget as a publication. And they also had amazing keynotes. One of them was by Bob Woodward and Carl Bernstein, like the investigators who did all of the Watergate coverage back in the day. So it was a really, really amazing session, and especially because there's so much great journalism that happened in DC. It was just really inspiring being there.
I'm sure that was super cool. So tell me a little bit about the awards.
Yeah, so in total, from the College Media Association, we won 8 awards. From the ACP, we won 4 awards for individual works. And we also were nominated as a finalist for the Pacemaker, which is kind of like the college media equivalent of a Pulitzer for both our online and for our newspaper. And we did actually receive a Pacemaker for our newspaper. So that was really exciting. And that all topped off with 2 awards for Best of Show, and that's just, your normal convention thing where any of the outlets who were there could submit stuff. And so we got an award both for our most recent Sports Maroon Life magazine as well as our election guide newspaper that came out just a couple weeks ago.
So I heard MediaFest had a little special surprise for us this year.
Yeah, so this year, during the award ceremony, the Student Press Law Center presented us with the inaugural Student Press Freedom Award, which recognizes, quote, brave advocacy on behalf of a free student press. So this was really special, not only because it's a brand new award, but also none of us knew about it. So our former advisor, Douglas Pills, was informed on Wednesday prior to the convention about it, but didn't tell us because he wanted to be a surprise. And historically, SPLC has only given out 1 award, which is their Reveille 6 award, and this year it went to an awesome student reporter named Kate Karen, who goes to Indiana University. So after they announced it, they were like, oh, we have 1 more award left, and I was like, wait, y'all don't do another award. So it was a really great honor. Huge surprise. I had to go up on stage and they let me talk, and it was just a really big honor because with everything that's happened in the past year and just how we've had to continue to advocate for ourselves, it was nice to be acknowledged for the hard work that we've been doing as a staff.
I know that was probably super overwhelming in the moment for you.
A little bit.
Well, thank you so much for being here. Is there anything else that you want to talk about the MediaFest or about the Battalion?
No, just want to say that if you do want to see a full list of all of our works that won awards, you can find that on thebat.com. But thank you for having me on, Kenzie.
Thank you so much.
Yay!
So November 4th is the last day for early voting, and as of November 3rd, early voting numbers are down from prior years, despite having a larger number of voters registered in Brazos County. Early voting numbers are only about 24% of the almost 1,300,000 registered voters, according to the Texas Secretary of State website. But in 2018, with only about 1,500,000, they still had about 37% early voter turnout. Now, November 4th is still left unaccounted for, so we will see how those numbers change in the next coming days. Election Day is November 8th, so don't forget to go out and vote. The Memorial Student Center isn't an early voting location, but it still will be available as a voting location on the actual day of election. Also, for those of you guys who aren't keeping up with our Twitter account, we do have Beto O'Rourke coming to Texas A&M on November 7th, right before the election, to campaign one last time. Editor-in-Chief of the Daily Wire, Ben Shapiro, caused quite the crowd to line up outside of Rudder to listen to him speak on November 1st. The host of The Ben Shapiro Show and four-time New York Times best-selling author is best known for his conservative viewpoints and criticism of left-wing politics. Shapiro opened his speech criticizing gender-affirming healthcare, claiming transgender individuals uphold unethical values. Shapiro discussed the rise of what he termed transgressivism by the transgender community. Shapiro said the rise of suicide in young children was due to the, quote, indoctrination by the LGBTQ+ community, citing a song by the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus that states, "We're coming for your children."
Howdy, I'm Kyle McClinigan, the managing editor at the Battalion. Our reporting of Ben Shapiro was updated to include that reports have shown that gender-affirming healthcare lowers rather than increases suicide rates in transgender youth, though the World Professional Association for Transgender Health does not recommend hormone therapy until adulthood.
Shapiro said, "There's no question that transgressivism targets kids. They have to, because here's the thing. If you want to disrupt the society, you have to start with the crowd of people who haven't been shaped and molded by the institutions." Shapiro said it is up to state and local governments to prevent the abuse of children and fight transgender ideas politically and personally. During the Q&A portion of the event, Shapiro was asked about his thoughts regarding Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, making anti-Semitic remarks. Shapiro said he didn't have much to say about it other than he thinks Ye is in a bipolar episode and is just ruining his career. So the last story for today's episode is about flu and COVID-19 shots available on campus. Infection can be prevented by washing hands frequently, social distancing, and staying hydrated. The COVID-19 vaccine and flu shots are available on campus and the surrounding Bryan College Station area. According to Baylor, Scott, and White's website, the flu shot cannot cause the flu. Workforce Development Coordinator of the Brazos County Health District, Mary Parrish, said the best thing individuals can do to stay healthy is to get their flu shot and COVID-19 immunizations and boosters. Quote, "Staying up to date on those will be the best thing for you. Not only do they prevent disease, but if by chance you do get sick, it greatly shortens the amount of time you're sick and will give you much less severe complications." Okay, so short and sweet today. This week's contributors are Michaela Rush, Caroline Wilburn, and Madison Umphrey. Be sure to tune in to more weekly podcasts, including our sports podcast, Home Turf. Thanks, and gig 'em!